Give me back my money. It's mine. I earned it. Why should I give it to others?
So there are many ways to help others. Donating money is just one of the ways. If you can relate to the skit earlier, then you have to watch this week's episode about Marc giving out his money to help Nathan. You won't believe his feeling afterwards. Let's go. Chapter 20, Junkyard. When I got home from camp today, Uncle Jake was waiting for me. He told me to grab all of my money, and we went straight from camp to Victory Mixed Martial Arts, where Coach Adam teaches jiu-jitsu. There was an adult class being taught, so we waited on the side of the mat for him to finish. When it was over, Uncle Jake told me to go talk to Coach Adam. Coach Adam, I have a question to ask. Sure, Marc. What is going on? Well, you remember that kid I brought in the other day with the black hair? Oh yeah, Nathan. He seemed like a really good kid. How did he like his first day of jiu-jitsu? He loved it, coach. He really did. That's great. It seemed like he liked it. Is he going to start training here all the time, like you do? So far, the conversation had been pretty easy, but this was the part I was nervous about. Well, coach, actually, he would love to start training here every single day. But the problem is that his family, well, they can't really afford to pay that much money. I was wondering if there was any way that he could train, well, maybe for free? Coach Adam said quietly for a few seconds. Free? Well, yeah, his family doesn't really have much money. And so you just want him to be able to train for free? I could tell already that Coach didn't like this idea very much. But I kept trying. That is the idea, Coach. Coach got an understanding look on his face, and I thought maybe we had a chance. But then he said, Listen, Marc, I understand that he doesn't have much money, and that you are trying to help him. And that is really nice of you. But don't forget that I still have to pay rent for this building. I have to pay for insurance. I have to pay for any repairs that need to be done to the building. And I have to pay people to clean the place up. The mats, the locker rooms, and the bathrooms, everything. And on top of all that, don't forget that I have to have money to pay for my own house and my car and food for my wife and my baby daughter. And what happens when other people find out that I let some people join here for free? What will they think? Maybe they'll all start asking if they can train for free too. And then what I'm supposed to do? Is that fair? I don't think so. Your friend Nathan might not be able to afford to pay for classes, but I can't afford not to have him pay. I'm sorry, Marc. As much as I would like to help, nothing in life is free. Okay, Coach, thanks for listening. I walked over to Uncle Jake. How'd it go? He asked. Not good, I told him, and then explained everything that Coach had just told me. I was telling him about the rent, the repairs, and the cleaning, and when I got to the cleaning, he said, Wait, cleaning? Yes, Uncle Jake, someone has to clean up here every day. The mats, the locker rooms, the bathrooms, all this stuff, I said. Good. That is the way. What way? I asked. That is the way you can get Nathan to be able to train here. Not for free, but by working, by cleaning. Oh yeah, I said to Uncle Jake, realizing that was a great idea. But Coach also has a great point. All this stuff costs money, lots of money. You have got to try and help there as well. How much money did you bring? About $200. Is that all of your money? Yep, that's all of it. I really hoped Uncle Jake wasn't going to make me give up all my money. Okay, first, you need to save 20% of it. That's $40. That leaves you $160. How much of that do you need? Well, I'm not sure, Uncle Jake. I worked hard for that money. I know you did, he told me, and you should definitely keep a lot of it. But like I told you the other day, when it comes to money, the only feeling that compares to earning it is being able to use it to help someone else. What if you offer Coach $60? And I said I will match what you put in. So your 60 plus another 60 from me comes to a total of $120. Plus, tell him you will clean the mat, the locker room, and the bathroom after every class. Okay, Uncle Jake, I told him. And I have to admit, even though I was feeling pretty bad about giving away $60, at the same time, it also felt really good to know I was going to be helping someone out. I walked back over to Coach Adam. Coach? Yes, Mark? My Uncle Jake had an idea, and I wanted to see if you don't mind me asking for another way to have Nathan train here. Okay, Mark, let's hear it. Well, first of all, I know nothing is free, and that you have to work for everything. Luckily, I have been working hard all summer long, mowing lawns and pulling weeds, and I've saved some money. I could give you $60, plus my uncle wants to help out too, so he said he would give the same amount as me, another $60, so that is a total of $120. That's really nice, Mark, and that's nice of your uncle too. But it costs a lot more than that to train here, Coach Adam said. I know, that's why we're going to offer to do more. We're going to clean the academy for you, Nathan and I. We will clean the mats, the locker rooms, the bathrooms, everything. We will do whatever else you need us to do around the outside of the academy too. Pull weeds, sweep up. We will keep this place in tip-top condition. It will be both of us cleaning, so we will do a great job, I promise. Coach Adam sat for a minute thinking. I could see he really wanted to help, but I still wasn't sure what he would say. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said, Okay. At first, I didn't believe him. Okay? Yes, Mark, okay, you can do it. You can bring Nathan. He can train here. And you want to know why I'm allowing it? Because of the money? No, because of your attitude. $120 isn't enough to cover many costs at all. And I won't save too much having you two clean. But your attitude is good. And because you and your uncle are trying to help, you are making me want to help too. And that is part of jiu-jitsu too. Being part of a team, helping one another out. So if you give that money to help pay for things and you and Nathan help around here by cleaning up, then he can train here. Good job, Mark. Way to take care of your friend. Thank you, Coach, I told him. Then we shook hands. And when we shook hands, it felt kind of different. Like when two adults shake hands. Like a business deal. It felt great spending money to help someone else. Uncle Jake was right. I went over and told Uncle Jake that we had a deal. He got a big smile on his face too. I went to the car and got my money, and then Uncle Jake gave me his money, and I gave it all to Coach Adam. When we got in the car, Uncle Jake said, First, mission accomplished. Good job, Mark. Thanks, Uncle Jake, I told him. Now we're on to mission number 2. Mission number 2? What is that? Well, you wanted Nathan to be able to train in jiu-jitsu, but you also wanted him to get a bike. So we're going to get a bike. After a few minutes, we pulled off the road by a sign that said junkyard. Junkyard? I asked. We are going to look for a bike at the junkyard? Yes, we sure are. People waste all kinds of stuff all the time. They throw away things that would work fine with a little time and effort. We parked the car and got out. An older man wearing overalls walked over to us. Good afternoon, folks. What you looking for? Good afternoon, said Uncle Jake. We're looking for bikes. Okay then, second path over there, to the right, next to the appliances, just after the lawn furniture. Thank you, sir, Uncle Jake said as we headed down the second path. We walked for a bit and finally walked past all the lawn furniture. Then I saw a heap of old bikes. Some were almost completely destroyed, but some of them weren't too bad. Some of them were even in better shape than the bruiser was when we started working on it. We climbed through and over the bikes looking for one that was a kind of bike Nathan might like and wasn't in too horrible of shape. As we were looking, our eyes were locked on one bike at the same time. It was a bluish color without too much rust, but the tires were flat. The handlebars were flipped upside down. It was missing one pedal. There were no grips on it, and overall, it just looked pretty rough, but not too rough. I looked at Uncle Jake, and he looked at me. We both smiled. It was the one. We untangled it from some of the other bikes, and Uncle Jake carried it over to the man who had welcomed us. "How much for this one?" Uncle Jake asked. "How about $2? The man said. $2? I thought to myself, the Bentley cost almost $200. I reached into my pocket and pulled out $2. Uncle Jake took one of my dollars, then pulled out one of his own and handed the money to the man. "Looks like you got yourself a new bike." "Well, maybe not a brand new bike, but you got a bike. This kid will make it new," Uncle Jake said as he nodded at me. "Well, good luck, kid," said the old man. "Good luck with that." "Thank you, sir," I said. "I will do my best." With that, we loaded the bike into the minivan and drove away. "What was the last problem you wanted to help Nathan with?" Uncle Jake asked me. "Well, I was hoping he could have a place to hang out after camp every day." "That's right. And now he can help you get this bike fixed up. So now he will have a place to hang out, your garage, and he will have something to do while he is there, fixing this bike." "That is awesome, Uncle Jake," I said. And I meant it. It was exactly as Uncle Jake has said it would be. Helping people helps everyone. I felt better already. Number 1. How did Marc convince Coach Adam to let Nathan train in the academy? Marc is going to give Coach Adam $60 together with Uncle Jake's $60. On top of that, Marc and Nathan are going to clean the academy, the mats, the locker rooms, the bathrooms, etc. They will do whatever Coach Adam needs them to do around the outside of the academy. Number 2, why did Coach Adam agree to let Nathan train there for free? Coach Adam agreed is because he was impressed by Marc's helping attitude, and that makes him wants to help too. To him, it's part of Jiu-Jitsu's team spirit to help one another. Number 3, so where did Marc and Uncle Jake go to find Nathan a bike? They went to a junkyard. Number 4, how much was it to buy a bike from the junkyard compared to buying the Bentley? That's right, they paid only $2 for the bike in the junkyard, whereas the Bentley costs almost $200. Number 5, now that Marc and Uncle Jake have solved the first 2 problems, train jiu-jitsu and get a bike, what was the last problem that Marc wanted to help, and how? The last problem was that Nathan could have a place to hang out after camp every day. The solution is Nathan will hang out at Marc's garage while fixing his bike. Hey, can you relate how Marc feels at the end of this chapter? Using his hard-earned money to help others. Can you relate to his happiness? Leave a heart emoji if you can. Moving on. Now that Marc and Uncle Jake have sorted Nathan's problem of training jiu-jitsu, they've also found him a bike. Next week, Marc is going to tell Nathan these good news. How do you think Nathan will react? Is he gonna go full-on shocked mode? I can't wait to see his reaction. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, take care.